What's up, art fans, and welcome to another video of Behind the Canvas with me, Tranto147. And in this video, we're going to be looking at Edvard Munch, as in E-D-V-A-R-D, not Edward Munch. He was from Norway. We all know what painting this is. The Scream, the most famous one. I personally don't really like this painting that much. I think it's quite drab, but I do like the colours and I do like his layer work. So let's go straight into the Scream by Edvard Munch then. Let's go. Munch, sorry. Right, let's go. Edvard Munch developed a highly personal style that reflected his own strong emotions and troubled personality. But his painting, The Scream, in which a skull-like figure screams in agony, has also come to represent the anxiety and fear of the modern age and is now an icon, often quoted and parodied. It always gets parodied. I don't know why people love it, but I think it's quite scary. I think it's alright. It's alright. I do like the reds. Edvard Munch had a difficult life growing up in Norway. His mother died of tuberculosis when she was only 5. No, when he was only 5, sorry. I should scratch that out, but I'm just having fun. This is just a fun video. Leaving him and his siblings to the care of puritanical father and an aunt. Munch was often ill himself and kept home from school, and these difficult times had a strong impact on his art. Initially a more naturalistic painter, Munch came to believe painting should clearly reflect the mood and emotions of the painter. The Scream, painted in 1893, is associated with the Expressionist movement in art, which was based on distorting reality for an emotional effect. Broad strokes of red and yellow swirls in the sky above a wooden pier that recede sharply into the background, where two elongated figures approached a vaguely threatening manner. That's the bit I like, the two guys on the far left. Like, I didn't notice that at the beginning. I thought they was looking out, but like looking back and reading this book, yeah, that's quite screaming. Like I saw this film once. I think it's called what's it called? Let Them In. I think it's called Let Them In. Yeah, but it's like these guys just running after this girl. It's crazy. Yeah, I just don't like people marching towards you really quick. It's bloody weird. The figure in the foreground, more a skull atop a dark clothing, clutches its head in agony, the mouth wide open in a scream. The garish colours and the swirl lines which seem to dissolve the figures create a strong impression of tense pain and anguish. Even nature itself seems affected. Munch wrote that he was inspired by a sunset over a fjord with a blood-red sky that evoked a scream passing through nature. I painted this picture, painted the clouds as actual blood, the colour shrieked. Some critics of the time found the Scream simplistic and crudely unrealistic, but it has since become one of the best-known images in art, widely seen as representing the psychological state of man in the modern world. Munch continued to paint, but his life in bohemian circles with binge drinking and brawling took its toll on his health, which had never been strong. In 1908, after suffering hallucinations and feelings of persecution, he entered a clinic and eventually emerged more stable, his art becoming brighter and less pessimistic. The Scream remains one of his famous work, and at a sale in New York in 2012, a pastel version, I've got it here, I'll put it up, reached the highest price ever paid for a painting. Hang on, it said pastel, but now it's painting, at auction. Really, how much this is? Almost, here we go, $120 million. Woo, boy! Shame he wasn't alive. He would have, I don't think you'd be able to spend that much money back in the 19th century. Anyway, that's it. It's not another little bit here about Edvard Munch. Edvard Munch was born in 1863 in, I can't pronounce the word, Adalbergsk, a small village in Norway. His family moved to Christiania, called Oslo now, from 1925, in 1864. After his mother's death, he became more reclusive and religious. An aunt brought in to help with the family was the only source of affection in the household. The oppressive atmosphere and puritanical religion dominating the household, coupled with his father's vivid ghost stories, may have helped form the visions and nightmares in Munch's work. Initially entering technical college in 1879, Munch left because of ill health. This guy always seems sickly. He's like a sickly fellow, wasn't he, poor guy? And also left because of ill health, also because of a desire to follow his artistic leanings. He studied in Christiania, now Oslo, and lived in Paris and Berlin before finally returning home. His last years were spent in solitude, painting scenes of farm life. He died in 1944 in Oslo at the age of 80. Well, he had a good run. If you want to see it, the picture is in Oslo, or how it used to be called Christiania, or whatever. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my short video, and I hope you learn a lot. Goodbye.